What's your opinion on the recent UFO whistleblower, David Grush? I'm sure you've heard some whispers, or maybe you've watched it yourself.
Yeah, I'm not interested in testimonies. I mean, testimonies are the lowest form of evidence in science. I don't care what you said you saw. I mean, I care, but I'm not going to base an entire understanding of the universe based on what comes out of your mouth.
Let's say you saw some orb, and perhaps even you saw an alien. Perhaps even it abducted you. It didn't let you take out. It didn't even occur to you. Because, by the way, this is a common experience with anyone. It's not just related to aliens. Firstly, it's difficult to get a photo of anything that's in the sky with your cell phone when you don't know where it is. I was walking in the woods with my family, and there was a porcupine up in the tree. And then my brother
I didn't know they
said,
climb trees. They climb trees? Oh, that's dangerous.
And we said, whoa, wow, whoa. Oh my gosh. Firstly, we're just startled. And so our system too, I don't like that phrase.
But I don't think porcupines climb trees. But go on.
Okay, anyway, there was a porcupine in the tree. And it didn't occur to any of us to take out our phones. And further, like 5 seconds later or 10 seconds later, it's just gone. And that's a porcupine. Like, try finding a non-professional photographer's photo of a porcupine online. I did a search for that. Same with lemurs. And there are many lemurs and porcupines. I think there's 20,000 times more lemurs and porcupines, maybe 100,000 times, than there would be these anomalous objects, whatever they are.
So it's hard. Yeah, the science is hard.
Secondly, even when there are images...
Whatever it is, it's easier than detecting the gravitational wave from colliding black holes.
And thirdly, there does exist, while there doesn't exist great photos, and by the way, that's contested because the government seems to have some photos that they won't release, which is why...
That's called a conspiracy theory, doesn't it? That's what that sounds like, but go on.
They come from FOIA requests. Like, you can ask the government, what do you have? And then they can tell you the reason why they're not going to give it to you. Like, this is classified. This violates this law.
Of course, it's going to have classified. What are you getting at here with this conversation?
Neil, this can get to such traumatic events that people go through. Like, you can imagine. I'm not even going to say it because it's on YouTube and maybe it'll get censored. They have no evidence. And someone could just say, why didn't you record? Weren't you in the right state of mind? And then let's imagine they have people testifying for them. Then we say, hey, it's increscent evidence. So it's evidence that increases your credence by a bit.
Yeah. No, it's not about it's not a matter of credence. It's eyewitness testimony gathered that's consistent, says this is excellent. Now we need to bring the methods and tools of science to investigate this.
Yes, I agree. I agree. So that's
which would include pulling your damn smartphone out and not being shocked at the porcupine in the tree, which might not have even been a porcupine, because I didn't know porcupines climb trees. You might have been seeing something else and thought it was a porcupine. Okay. Well, how do porcupines climb? Really? They got stubby little legs. How are they going to climb a tree?
Yes, they regularly climb trees in search of food.
That's new to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Viene in mente Star Trek. Da bambino pensavo, il motore a curvatura? Nel futuro ci può stare. Delle carte che contengono informazioni ci sta. Ma le porte che si aprono da sole quando ti avvicini, no, non succederà mai! Per qualche arcano motivo non concepivo che potessero esistere delle porte automatiche.
And I'm saying, we don't know what it is. It's fascinating. Let's investigate further. Go right ahead.
Yes, great. I like that last part. The issue is that we are supposed to deal with the strongest argument.
Strongest argument would be actual scientific data, not eyewitness testimony.
What I'm saying is that they're saying, hey, we would just like more evidence with regard to this. We would like more funding.
Good.
We would like people to not scorn this subject.
So Avi Loeb created the Galileo Project, and he's getting funding, and so he's off and running. So fine, go ahead. So what point are you trying to make? I don't know what point you're trying to make.
I don't think that skepticism is motivated by rationality. I think skepticism is motivated by the fear of seeming foolish. and that skepticism is associated with intellectualism, and conspiracy theories are associated with being unintellectual. So it's a fairly clear-cut case for someone who wants to be seen as intellectual. And there's something like a liberalism of ideas, like, okay, let's test out different hypotheses. Let's hear what else could be the case. Or there's ostensible intellectualism, and I think that the skeptic will choose what appears highbrow most of the time. That's what I think, because I think they should be encouraging.
But how does that apply to all this? So what are you saying?
I think we're in agreement. We may be using different words, and because it's a charged subject, here's something I hear. Yeah, where's the evidence for this? I'm thinking, where's the evidence for string theory? Where's the evidence that space-time is discrete? There's zero evidence that space-time is discrete. There are whole programs of people wanting it so bad to be discrete. Mm-hmm. Where's the evidence for loop quantum gravity? Where's the evidence for virtually every single thing that the philosophy department outputs, like we talked about earlier? Mm-hmm. Yet there's millions and millions of churns. Here's more money. Here's more money. Here's more money. Take decades if you need to. And then when we talk about this subject, like there seems to be something so strange going on, which is correlated, by the way. It's not just a jump. This is another sticking point I just want to make clear.
NASA's allocated money is this SETI in ways that they're not supported as much as they used to, but the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. We're all there. We're all in on it. So what is your argument against me? I don't get it. What are you trying to say?
If what you're saying is, hey, fund these, like we should be searching, there's oddness in the sky, that's fine.
Yes, I've never not said that.
If there's something that's a derisive attitude, that can also hold back such studying, by the way, because it places a stigma on it. So they're not disembroiled, they're intertwined. Then that's also an issue. I don't think there's much of a place to be contemptuous toward anyone. And
I published a book a few years ago called Letters from an Astrophysicist. And one of them was someone wrote to me from a skeptics organization, said, what do you make of this? The Pentagon decided to allocate $30 million to study UFOs. That's crazy. And he expected me to just completely resonate with him. And this is now 15 years ago. So some other program that was revealed to have received this money. And I said, pause. $30 million out of 500 billion, or whatever the budget was, is vanishingly small, first of all. Second, if there's something in the sky and we don't know what it is, I want the Pentagon to know about it. I want them to do this research. They didn't say that they're aliens. They just said it's something UFOs. So I chastised a fellow skeptic for his blind attitude towards the entire subject.